Here we are again, the Denmark campaign, Darthmod Ultimate Commander, and I've been racking my brains as to who I should attack next and what I should do, because the best way to make money in this, for me anyway, is to attack people rather than spend a lot of money on buildings which are going to cost a fortune, and I'm just not going to reap the benefits. It's going to take at least 50 turns. I don't expect the game to last 50 turns, so it's a waste of money buying buildings like that to try and get my money back. Really, what I need to do is spend it on troops, get over there and attack places and make enough money to look after my troops. That's really what it's all about. So what I'm going to do is, I found some spare troops over, am I in the right place? Should be in Norway. Yes, I am. There we go. Found some spare troops over here. Didn't know I had these. Anyway, I'm going to have them. I'm going to send somebody to go and get them. Bring them out to, say, here. Not him. Just those three. They should do for now. Bring them out, say, to there. Yep. It's a pain, you see. There's no port nearby that I can get to, so I'm just going to put them in there for now. And then think about which one I'm going to send over. Probably this one. It's not really going to make a great deal of difference. So, over to here. Come on, where are you? Please move a little bit quicker. Thank you. And those there into here. Onto here, rather. Yep, very good. Now, these over to... I don't quite know where, really. I think here. Oh, not there. Not too sure. I think there. Let's have them there. Yep. Okay, I think that's probably the best place. Not sure it makes a great deal of difference. Let's just have a look. I'm going to give the game away now, aren't I? Just want to see how far the ships can go. Right, he obviously can't go quite so far now, can he? Yeah, I think that might just be far enough. Okay, I haven't got a sloop in there, have I? Right, okay, anyway, let's take these off here, because I don't want to leave them on there. Now. Okay, and come on you. You can now go back to where you were, because you're going to be useful to me. Shortly. Fairly shortly, anyway. Okay, so those round to there. Right, now I'm going to get some more troops. I'm going to get some heavy horse from here, because I think I can get the better stuff from here. Oh, that's a shame. Next turn I'll probably get them better, you know. One, two, a couple of these as well, perhaps some infantry. Why not? And then over this side, in London, I'll get, well, I don't know, some infantry, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get 5? I can get 5. Yeah, well, why not? There are things that I want to build, but I can't afford them now, I don't think. I'd like a commercial basin in here. It's not worth a great... not there. In Greenwich, here. It's not worth a great deal to me. But... and it's going to cost 5,000 as well, so it's a tricky one really, but I was just thinking that maybe it'll help with trade routes going through here, but there'll come a point when I won't need so many trade routes because everybody will be at war with me anyway, so I can't really see that much point in that. So, okay, welcome to winter of 1725. Let's see what the summer of 1726 brings along, shall we? Okay. Now the plan is to do another short video with a little bit of luck. I'm hoping, like I said before, to get one territory taken on each video. Of course it depends who's going to attack me now, if anybody does attack me. I'm hoping by keeping my borders, if you can call it that laughingly, all these bits of places that we've got in Europe, if I can keep the borders, you know, those sort of against the big nations, you know, like particularly France, if I can keep those stacked up well with armies, at least in a way that I can move them around, and I have control of the Baltic there, then I can, move my men around fairly quickly, or my armies around fairly quickly. So if anything does go, I can jump in and take it back off them. No, you're not getting a military alliance for 1,000. You're not even getting a military alliance because you'll just drag me into a war with somebody down in India, and then they'll blockade my port, and then I won't be able to trade through it. And the whole idea of having Ceylon is that I can trade. So just go forth and multiply, please. In the nicest possible way, of course. Right, okay. Mughal Empire. Oh, they're fighting the Marathas. Maybe the Mughals need some help, do they, against the Marathas? That's probably what it is. They thought, hey, there's a Western power in Ceylon. They're aggressive people. Let's get them on our side. Trouble is, as everybody who watches my videos knows, getting me on your side is not a good thing, because the thing I'm most adept at is stabbing people in the back, I'm afraid. Agent recruited. Right, okay. Who needs hair when you've got wigs like those, eh? Now. Oh, he's a gentleman as well. Oh, that's great. Well, we'll definitely have him in the university then. Speeding up research even more with a little bit of luck. What's that one there? Fire and advance. Okay, looking forward to getting that one. Anyway, meantime, let's find out what everything else is. Let's see what's happening elsewhere, I should say. Workers' riot? Hang on, I thought I'd fix that problem. I have. Norton 2. What did they damage then? They damaged the barracks. Look at that, 840 damage. But anyway, they're settled now. Actually, I need to build that up now, don't I, really? I think maybe, another church school? I know, I really need the money, don't I? But it'll help me settle a place and help me start getting Protestant ministers going around Europe. So, workers' riot, yes, thank you very much. Recruitment report, yeah, they're the ones I wanted. Denmark and England, so that should be very nice for me, thank you very much. Construction report, very good. Now that, if I can, I want to upgrade that. Now I might not be able to afford that in a minute, it depends what happens in the attack that I'm planning, but we'll see. And then, technological advances, I'm going to be getting coke, blast furnace, measuring tools, that means I can have good roads now. And threshing machine. I think I'll just go for that. I don't think there's anything bad there, anything that I don't want anyway. New port emerges. Aha! Where's this? Now, I think I trade along here. Do I? No, on second thoughts, I don't think I do trade along there. Mind you, that particular area hasn't got anything to trade. I think it must be further over here where I'm trading then. Anyway, never mind, I won't bother with that, but I'm pretty sure there's a trading port further over that way, so I'll get... They're lucrative, you see. 200 to the regional wealth for 1,250, so in 6 turns, just over 6 turns, that has paid for itself. Plus it adds 1 to the town wealth each turn as well, so I think that's probably the best one. This one here, I'm not sure how much wealth that actually adds. That's 200 as well. That gives population growth. Now, I'm going to go for that one. I'm going to go for a trade route. I think it probably edges it over time. I'll work that one out afterwards, but I'm pretty sure it does. Right, new port emerges. Ancillary gained. Right, okay, +1 management, that sounds good. Natural causes. Who's died? A gentleman. That's why I've got a new gentleman, isn't it? Because one's died. Okay, and I thought I was doing well as well. That's the one we've already got, I think. So we can ignore that one. Right, okay. Ship. Let's get it moving. This one here. I shall add these to the ship here. Right. That's those minus him into there. Very good. Or onto there, onto the ship, that is. Ship from here. You guessed it. Yep, over to Greenwich. Those people that don't speak English as a first language, it's spelled Greenwich, by the way. It's just that we call it Greenwich. Okay, those into there. Now, take those off, put them in there, and the ship that I've used, whichever one it is, I don't know which one it is, it's the one that can move the least distance. So let's have a look. Moves that distance, and that one moves that distance. Right, okay, so it's this one, isn't it? So I'll move that one from there back to here. I think. Yes, I think so. Okay. And then in here, I should have, with just a little bit of luck. Ah, I didn't realise I raised that many. I thought I got less than that, but never mind. Bigger the better, hey? Right. Now, that's interesting. They all seem to be on the ship now. No, of course they're not. No, let's not make that mistake. Of course they're not. Right. Okay, now, sloop. All the way from there over, if they can reach to here. Ah, they can't reach. Darn it. I could have sworn they could reach. They can't. Oh no. I could have sworn they could reach from there. Have I moved the wrong ship or something? Bet you I have, you know. Oh, what a nuisance. Have I got a sloop anywhere else? Used to have one there, didn't I? Haven't got one anymore. Oh, that was a fag, wasn't it? What about these? Can these reach? Let's see what these can do. I could have swore they could. Look, he can reach. So why can't they? I know why. I've used the wrong ship, haven't I? That's what I've done. I've moved the wrong ship. Okay, the wrong sloop, that is. Right, well let's get him then around to here. Right. Okay. Now, which ship can go the least or the furthest distance? Oh, dear me. Right, okay. He can get only to there. He can get all the way to there. So it's this one that needs to go, isn't it? Yep. Okay. So that one goes to London. Right, please say this will work. Okay. Ship selected. Yep, they can reach into there. Now, I'm going to see if it's something to do with the see if it's something to do with the army getting on board that's slowing it down. I don't think it should be, you know. No, let's see. There's a trade port out, you know. I wanted to leave a sloop in there. That's a shame having to take that out. See if the army slowed it down at all. No, it hasn't. It's me. I simply chose the wrong sloop. That's a nuisance. Right, okay. We're going to land here. Okay, when we start to get close, what I'm going to do is slow it down. Right. Let's slow down. Because I might have to put it in that one if there's a ship in there, or send it somewhere else. There's nowhere else for it to go anyway, is there? Just have to hope. Oh, we got away with it. Whew. Otherwise I would have put it on there and then attacked from the coast there. So, how many's he got in there? About 15, 16, something like that? Well, no matter. Because we're going for it anyway, whatever he's got. Right. Okay, now, again, a little bit of luck, we should be able to attack there. This is Venice that declared war on me ages ago, you remember. And I've just put up with the fact that they declared war on me. Well, it's not good enough. We're not going to allow that to go on any longer. So we're going to take them. What's he got? 3,216 against 2,558. Much bigger force than mine. It looks as though these are... oh, they're line infantry. Garrison line infantry. Oh, great. I thought he'd just have militia. Line infantry. He's got some firelock armed infantry, but other than that, I think it's fairly evenly balanced. If you take that 1,000 off for those, well, it's slightly over 1,000, 2,200 against 2,500. So I think it's probably pretty evenly balanced, really, to be quite honest. It's such a shame that he's got so much of this, though, isn't it, really? But I wonder if they're as effective. I'm sure I've checked this before. No, they're the regular ones. I'm looking for the garrison one. Garrison. 110, 46, 14, 7. 110, 46, 14, 7. No, oh no, they're garrison as well. 110, 46, 14, 7. So, no, it doesn't seem to make any difference, does it? So, 110, 40, 7, 12, 7. But I'll get benefits, of course, from from my upgrades, various upgrades I've got. I'm just going to continue siege a minute and then just see what Venice have got in terms of technology, so we know what we're going up against. Right, technology. Well, look, they haven't got anything. They haven't even got a plug bayonet yet. So I think they've probably had it. Square formation, naval shore facilities, improved grenades. They haven't got flintlock cannons. They haven't even got square formation, sextant, plug. I think without those basic things, I don't think they can get anywhere near to having rank firing either. So it's going to be murder of this, I'm afraid, for them. Okay. Right, well, I think it's going to be a dull battle to watch. I'll show you how it pans out, but I think it's going to be a case of me, lining up on the side again and then just blowing them to pieces from a distance, don't you? But, hey, we'll see. I'm not even bothering with the general for this because it's going to cost me too much money and I can't afford it. There's no way he's going to surrender, so we'll go straight for the assault. Right. Okay, well, I need to take a sip of my tea anyway while that's loading up, so I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so since I consider this video to be quite a simple one, I'm just going to go straight into the form up, show you how it works with pelting him from a distance. I'm going to come all the way around this side, as you can see, all the way up there, as far as I can go. Hang on a minute, why can't I form up on this side? I can usually form up on this side. Is it here we form up? Yes, it's here, isn't it? Right, okay, that's the furthest, that's the toppest corner of the L, the capital L shape, boom, like that, and we're up there now. Yep, if that makes any sense. Right, so I think what we'll do is we'll have our musketry along here. I think he can form up way further back as well than that. I can't see his form up line, to be honest. It will show me there. Okay, so his furthest point back should be there, so that should be, I would suspect, right the way down his flank. I think he's going to form up around about there. So if I put my troops, say, around here, yep, perhaps even further forward. Notice, by the way, that if you put them too far forward, what will happen is, well, what normally happens is they squash up against that wall there in the front. Not the wall, sorry, the line-up line. So when you start the battle, they all sort of splay out, sort of open up their formation. So, okay, we'll have horse on this side. Where are we? Come on, horse. Horse there. And we'll have... oh, I'd forgotten I got 2 horse. Sorry, 2 horse on one flank. He's covering himself stupidly. Right, in fact, I think what we'll do is we'll have one of those over there with these, because there's more room, isn't there? And we're going to expand that way anyway, or sort of extend the line that way. What on earth is going on? No, change of plan again. I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. Right, okay. Let's get these guys, say, here. Maybe. Unlimbered, ready to fire, and we're going to fire ball. I'm going to pick on these here. Where are they? Come on, Control M. There you go. End deployment, and then I'm just going to shift those just a little bit forward as soon as it starts. Right, end deployment. Shift those forwards. like so. So they're out of the way of those artillery that are going to be firing in there. That's the thing, isn't it? Right, well, I got it right. Look at that. Oh, well, almost right. Whoops, sorry about that. Almost right. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's on that far back line, isn't he? I think he is. Okay, let's form the foot along, say, here. I think. What do you think? There, maybe there? Perhaps? Yeah, I think there. Okay, that's about sort of midway his line, isn't it, I think? Right, okay, now I'm hoping my guns are going to be able to reach his guns, his battery. So I need to take that out first, really, because they're the only ones, really, that are likely to answer me in the short term. Oh, there they are. Oh, we're out of range. That's a nuisance. Oh, dear. And I thought we were in range. That is such a shame. Right, okay, well, let's limber those up then and bring them a little bit closer, because that's not going to be any good to me, I'm afraid. He's going to be able to engage me when I can't engage him. That's the worst scenario ever for me, I'm afraid. Right. Are we limbered yet? Come on, lads. These are going to have to be in a much better formation than they're in at the moment, because that is pathetic, and so's that as well, with artillery around. We're not standing for that. Maybe some of them behind the hill, I don't know, but we're certainly not standing for that. Right, okay. Guns. Looks like we've taken a hit already on the guns. Not good news. It is not good news at all. Right, guns to there. Right, now line. This line here, slightly forward from where I'm sending the guns to, hey? About, I don't know, there, perhaps. Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, you can see what's going to happen. Provided he stays there, which he's likely to do, unless I get close enough to fire at him, he will stand there. What I need to do is get my guns in a position where I'm going to be able to hit him. It sometimes shows you, even when they're limbered, what their range is going to be. Yeah, look at that. So we can't hit those. We can hit those. No, not those. We can hit these. That's brilliant. Okay, that would be close enough, even where they are right now. And obviously we're intending to get them even closer. Come on, lads. Come on. Nearly there. How many have we lost? Oh, we haven't lost any. I thought we lost some. Right, unlimber those. We're going to fire ball. These here, as soon as you're in position. Actually, I have to select somebody else first, because if I select them straight away, they don't unlimber. Right. Okay, you can unlimber as well. And you'll be firing ball. And you're all going to fire at those guns. Which are where? Here. There. Yep. And the other one also going to be firing there. Where? There. Demi cannons. Okay, I'm just going to do that one again here just to make absolutely certain we got that right. Demi cannons. Yep, who's he firing at? My horse. My heavy horse. He's bound to, isn't he? Because, you know, they're the ones that are going to be most expensive for me to replace, and it's a campaign, so he wants to damage me as much as possible, isn't he? So, right, what did that do? Well, we have an expression, diddly squat, that's what that did. Diddly squat. Might as well be nothing. Okay, well, now you can see what it's like for me when I do these things. He's going to stand there, thinking that he's in a fort, and I'm going to blow him to pieces. He will only engage those that can engage. These will be his General's Bodyguard. Now, the General's Bodyguard, he won't engage those until he's absolutely desperate, because he wants to keep his General, of course. So they go in almost last, really, as a general rule, anyway. Now, oh, we've actually hit some of his troops, but have we hit any guns? No, we haven't. Haven't hit any guns, and we haven't hit any of his gunners either. But anyway, the point is that if I get to within a firing range of them, they will turn round. Yeah, and they'll start to fire. And sometimes I do that just for a bit of fun. What I'll do is I'll advance my line, say, up to here. And then the second he comes within my range there, he starts to form up. And he'll form up, say, there. So, right, we're in range here. He will then form up there, just outside the range, and then march into the range, or wait for me to march into him. So what I do is I advance my line, regiments quite close together, so that we can get a lot of regiments firing at one place. And then what I do is I get them to just there. When they touch there, I run the men up until about this point here. while he's reforming there, we can run quicker to there than he can reform. And then just as he's starting to form his line at this point here, that's when we volley him, and that's when he struggles. So he loses a lot of men before he can even fire. And the other weird thing is, that one can't fire either, because he's not within anybody's range, because we've only advanced this far. So you do the exact same with those. Advance to here, and it's not that perfect. I mean, some come back, he'll break and go over there and then come back in, and various things like that. But as a general rule, you can roll up the entire line, just like you would really effectively in a flank attack when they're in a poor position like that. Any army that's caught out like that in the 18th century has really had it, because to form a line all the way along the length of there back to here is a nightmare. Your men would be in total disorder, they'd be run down, they really would. It would be the end of the battle straight away for you. So it's right really that it's happening in this way. It's just a bit dull the way it all happens, the way you have to go through it all. In a way we could do with his army routing because they've been completely outflanked or something to that effect. I really don't know. Have we still got our guns in place? Yes, we have. Lost quite a few of these though, from 90 down to 75. Let's go have a look at them. Yeah. See, and they're fairly well protected behind there as well, aren't they? Well, I thought so. But okay, let's thin them out even more. See if it makes a difference. Instead of each ball going through 3 ranks, taking out 3 men whenever they hit, they'll take out only 2, or perhaps at a certain point in the line, even only 1. Right, what have we got here now? Citizenry, demi-cannons. Oh, only 1 gun left. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's quality stuff. Somebody said to me they thought I could be a history teacher. Oh, believe you me, when I go into a school, I have not the whole school, a whole year, about 300 kids all together in the hall, and I have a great time. I really do. I mean, I have guns out there. I have them one at a time, well, 2 at a time, coming out doing sword practice against each other. Show them how to do it and all it. Oh, it's so there's swords clanging away. There's muskets. There's also halberds and stuff. Type things. You know what a halberd is anyway, don't you? So the kids just absolutely love it. They really do. Absolutely love it. And I tell you what, those that normally want to show off a little bit, they don't want to in that environment, because they're warned. They're just basically told, look, any trouble in there, there's too many of you. Mr. Webb's come all this way to come and teach you, blah, blah, blah. So if you are disrespectful in any way, then you're out. And I tell you what, they just stump, because they don't want to go out. They want to make sure they watch the whole thing. It's great fun anyway, but I couldn't do that every day. It'd drive me mad. I'm sure it'd drive the kids mad as well. But anyway, all we need is 1 more hit against there, and then what's going to happen is I'll reduce the range. That's a nice flag. Yeah. I'll reduce the range a bit. Look at that, Venetian flag. It's like a Declaration of Independence type flag, isn't it? Wow, I like that one. Anyhow, what was I about to say? Yeah, once I've done that, you see the range at the moment is as far as... Where is it? I can't even see my range. As there. When I ask them to fire, what is it? Canister shot, carcass shot, sorry. The range will reduce to about here. So what I'll do is I'll start firing carcass shot against those, and those, and those, and then those. Once they're all gone, I'll just advance further forward and start on the others. The big danger is that we lose our guns to his guns, and that means that we then have to fight a pit battle. Really doesn't look like that's going to happen, does it? We've probably still got all our guns, 3 and 3, yeah we have, haven't we? So, okay, right, well that's enough of that. You know exactly what's going to happen. There's really, honestly, no point in watching that. There really isn't. It's just a complete waste of your time. Hey, I tell you what, one thing I will point out, is you see how his men are really, really close to his guns. Now I know it shows him firing way down there, right down there, but if that was my gun firing there, along there, I would take out a whole lot of my own men. I would, because it just does that to you, doesn't it, Empire Sales and War, but it never does it to the enemy, to the AI, and I think it's really, really unfair that. If I've caught him there from that point of view, then as far as I'm concerned, he should have had it, he really should. You hear that, by the way, then? It sounded like musket shots, didn't it? But it wasn't. Or perhaps shells or something. It can't be, because I'm only firing ball. Right. You see how the barrel went red on the end there with heat? That's amazing, isn't it? Right. Brilliant effects. Thanks a lot, Darthmod. You've done a brilliant job there. Fantastic effects. I just hoped... I know you're going to think, well, hang on a minute, you're waffling on a bit here. But what it is that I was just hoping that maybe we could see one of those balls go in and blow up that cannon. It'd just be nice to watch it splinter, wouldn't it, you know? Is it going to go? I have got a feature, you know, where I can press a button and what it will do is show you the bit of footage that you just missed. Do you know what I mean? That happened 10 seconds before, up until the point where you press the button. I've never used it. I know it's there, and I've never used it. I don't know why. I'm probably worried that it's going to screw up the game somehow. I really don't know. But that would be fun, because I could watch this, which I'm going to have to do anyway, just in case he comes and, you know, he comes to attack me. I need to be on the ball, so I need to be watching now. We're going to see one go in. You might say, you might ask why I'm not firing carcass shot, and it's basically because it just does not seem effective enough against artillery. I've tried it. As you know, I've battled in situations like this for hours and hours on end. So I've tested it. I've fought for an hour with carcass shot and all sorts of little things like it, and had no effect whatsoever. But one cannonball landing in the right place shatters the artillery. Yeah, just blows up the gun. Of course, once the gun's gone, the men are useless anyway. But not only that, if you're firing something else like explosive shells or whatever, then even if you do, after many, many hours, you know, hit a gun and some men, all they do is just move their men from the broken gun over to this gun, and if you see, he probably only needs about 4 or 5 to fire this gun. He's actually still got 13 men left. It would take ages if you were trying to hit the men to to make that work. And counter battery fire was poor anyway, really. So I don't think it's going to. No matter how much I rattle on, there's no way it's going to show me, is it? And I did want to keep the video down to half an hour, and I've already used up half an hour. So that's more than half. I'm going to give it another few seconds just to see if we get that one hit. Do you know, as soon as I stop recording this, you know what's going to happen, don't you? That cannon's going to blow up. It's just bound to happen. Some people call it Murphy's Law. I personally call it Sod's Law. But you just know that it's going to happen. Go on then, one more blast. No, it's not happened, so sorry about that. Like I said, as soon as I click this button, that'll be the end of it. It'll blow up. You can be absolutely certain. But anyway, I'll show you the results. Or if he does come to attack me, or if I get bored and start to attack him, I'll bring you back in, and then you can see something interesting happening. But anyway, this is my attack on Venice. He's got 2 regions, by the way. He hasn't just got this one. He's got another one somewhere up near Greece somewhere. It's not a very lucrative area, and there was no port next to it, so I couldn't attack it, so I had to go straight for his city. Goodness me, I saw red then. That was a good shot, wasn't it? Phew. Wow, maybe it was worth watching that one. That's one of the Darthmod improvements, by the way. The effects of when artillery hits. It's amazing. If you look closely sometime, you see like people's heads being blown off and things, or rather the back of their heads exploding, that sort of thing. It's pretty amazing effects, pretty amazing improvements to the game of Empire Total War, there's no doubt about it. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? It's like, you know, any minute now it's going to be dry, or watching a kettle boil, you know. It's going to boil any minute, it's going to boil any minute. So watch kettle when it boils. Yeah, well, the watch gun never explodes, it seems. No, never mind. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Well, so far, things have been pretty uneventful, but now, for some reason, the General's bodyguard has decided to peel off and come round this way. That's interesting, isn't it? I don't know why on earth he's thinking about doing that, so I think we'll send our cavalry after him, don't you? I can only assume he's after the flank of this infantry here. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've just limbered up my artillery, and I thought that I would, get a little bit closer because I can't quite reach there from here now. So, and maybe that's enough to put him off that there. Actually, I think the guns are probably in position now, aren't they? Where I wanted them to go. So yeah, we can unlimber those as well now. So let's get those unlimbered. Decide what he's going to do with those. I think we're going to have to form square, aren't we? Definitely. And these as well. Ah. I didn't suspect he was going to do anything as strange as that, but you will see now why squares aren't as effective and why I don't use them as well. You see how I've already lost nearly 20 men there. Let's get my guns firing at the right place. I want to make sure that they're not shooting at that square over there. Oh no, they're shooting in the right place, so that's good. No, they're broken, so let's shoot over there then, shall we? Okay, well, we've beaten him. So, well, I think we've beaten him, have we? Shattered. Yeah, they're shattered. Okay, well, I'll just bring my horse over here then. He obviously saw an opportunity, didn't he? He's managed to kill 23 men on there and another 10 on there. He's managed to kill 33. He went in with 48 and he's lost all 48. So squares are not quite as effective as they are in Napoleon Total War. So anyway, that's just by way of explanation. So you can see what's been happening anyway, can't you? Up until then, until that point there. He had men along here, which we've killed because they stood in line. These, which we killed because they stood in line, eventually turned them round and we killed them anyway. And of course these were just, what they do, you see, is they rout, they get broken, they'll rout into another position and then they'll rally again. And of course once they're rallied, they're basically in a different position, and sometimes they fight, so they're nothing really earth-shattering, nothing to write home about really. Perhaps I should have taken his general out first really, instead of allowing him to attack that way. These just went when the guns went, of course, and that gun exploded about 10 minutes after I stopped recording actually, so you would have been waiting around a long time, but it's such a shame actually. If I can describe it, the gun limber went up and about 5 men just exploded in blood around it, and it virtually splattered up against the screen that we're watching here, and of course that was the end of his artillery. So I think he's still got his artillery men there. You see that? 9 men out of 18, but of course no guns. So I don't think I'm too worried about that threat, do you? Anyway, the guns I usually get, as a matter of interest, I usually get them to fire at the one just in, like that. If you get them to fire at this one, a lot of the shots fall short. But if you get them to fire at that one, you seem to kill, well, there you go, typical example. You seem to kill almost as many in this regiment here as you do in that one. So you can see how we're targeting this one here, but they're actually taking quite a few casualties from this one here. So it's definitely the best way to do it. So hit midline if you can, just a matter of interest I suppose. Anyway, now it gets boring again. Got another, well, I've already spent 3/4 of an hour, maybe longer, just getting this far. The bar's coming much more in my favour now, and I don't know, if anything else interesting happens, and I'm pretty darn sure it's not, then I'll bring you back in. There you see the results, folks. I lost 97, his cannon early on, but also he attacked me a couple of times, but only in ones, you know what I mean? Just he broke and then reformed, like I said, then just got slaughtered, but anyway, there you go. We killed a lot more than that. Usual story, with the howitzers we killed more, but it's just allocated the load again, not allocated the casualties to everybody. But okay, that's ours now. Now the way, they have gone, have they? I was going to say Austria were stood next to this place. They've now gone, so that's good news. Now remember I said I'd updated the T place in updated, what am I talking about? What did I do? Upgraded, I think is probably the best way to describe it, isn't it really? I upgraded the T place, didn't I? And I'm getting rid of that, I don't need that. And I'll just check in here. And if I only if I had enough money, so I could always cancel that. But I think I've got plenty of money, haven't I? I wasn't sure what sort of battle this was going to be, so I thought I'm going to need to hold on to resources. He's got a lot there, isn't he, in such a small place? That's weird. There don't seem to be that many buildings in there, do there? Where are they all? Are they around here somewhere or what? I don't. You see how it sort of disappears into here, doesn't it? I don't know. I've no idea. Where on earth are all those buildings? Seem to be loads of them, don't there? Anyway, what was I thinking of? Yeah, I need to make sure there isn't a, church building of any kind in there. That's all. Can't see anything. No. Okay. Just seemed like there were loads and loads in there. Now, if I look at this properly, we're on -12. Exempting will take it to -8. He's going to go down one each turn, so next turn it'll be -7, 6, and then 5. So we're going to have one rebellion, maybe even 2, depending on what happens, But anyway, I've got all this money to spend now. I'm going to have to think about where I'm going to spend that. If I can manage to take a territory on every single video, then that I do, then I think you'll find I should have 21 now. Is it 21 there in total? So it's only 19 more, isn't it, that I'm going to take? I'm only going up to the 40. People have asked me that question. 40. When I get to 40, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to wait until the end of the campaign, till the end of the 100 years or whatever. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, I've won it. We all know that I can hold on to it or not when the situation arises. If it looks very tenuous, because it's very easy just to break out and suddenly take 5 areas and it'll leave yourself completely exposed, knowing that you're going to lose them next turn instantly. I mean, that would just be stupid, that, But provided I can take the 40, sort of, what's the word, convincingly, I think, then I'll just stop at the 40. There's no doubt about it. And I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to happen. What I now need to do is figure out how I'm going to get these others. Venetians, the other Venetians, over, is it there? No, it's there. So I need to get those as well. But like I said before, there was nowhere for me to land. There isn't a single port in this area, anywhere. So, and it didn't look particularly wealthy either to me. So I don't know. It's just, it's just this bit here on the end, isn't it? So I thought, it's not going to raise very much money. I can't land on it easily. I have no idea what he's going to have there, but presumably that now is his capital, or it's about to be. Yeah, it is. It showed that little temple on there on the icon, didn't it, showing that that was his capital. So, right, okay. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I'm looking forward to Darthmod 7 next after this one. And then it should be around about time, March the 12th, is it? I mean, Shogun Total War 2, the upgrade comes out, the standalone expansion. So let's hope that's a good one. You never know, do you? But I like the look of it anyway, the Gatling guns and all that stuff. But anyway, okay, I'll see if I can get this one done tonight. I've certainly got another video to upload anyway, so at least I'll have one to get on. It's whether I save this one first and then do that. Anyway, that's for me to think about. Thanks for watching. All the best. Bye-bye now.